We're back with you again today so that we can help you navigate through this really scary time in our country. And we want to talk to you a little bit about how you can talk to your kids about COVID-19. So I'm going to start and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about just kind of how to navigate this with your little ones, the babies, basically up till 2.5 when they can't talk. And then Kylie is going to talk to you a little bit about how to talk to your children who can talk and who can ask questions, because that's how old Kylie's kids are. So she's an expert by now, I'm sure. Always for infants, your answer is narrate. You're constantly talking to them about what you're doing, why you're doing it. So, we're gonna wake up this morning and mommy's gonna take you out of your pajamas and then we're gonna change your diaper. And just kind of letting them know, one, that's building language, which is huge for infants. It's also giving them the spatial awareness of what's going on around them, and it's helping their synapses fire in their brains and they're forming all their connections. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor. That's the most scientific I'm gonna get with you today. But that's really what's going on. So you wanna just narrate that and then really build on the healthy habits. So, we're gonna change your diaper and then we're gonna wash your hands. Whether COVID-19 is something we're able to cure, whether it's not, germs are around us no matter what. And so just constantly be narrating that with your family. We're gonna stay home today, but we're gonna join and watch our friends on Facebook Live. It's really not rocket science. Just keep doing what you're doing, narrate to your infants, and I'll let Kylie tell you a little bit about how to answer questions when they're actually talking and asking hard questions.
Hi guys, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to talk to your children who are a little bit older, so our 2.5 to 5-year-olds. Like Jessica said, my children are around this age as well, so I know all too well about the questions that we're getting during this time. Again, it's all about the narrative, so talking to your children about what we're doing, why we're doing it. Also, answer any questions that they might have, but don't elaborate too much. So if your children are asking you, why are my friends not at school? Why can't I go see grandma and grandpa? Just explaining that there's a lot of icky germs out there right now and that some people are having to stay home so that they can stay healthy. And that's why we need to wash our hands so that we can make sure that we're doing our part to keep ourselves and the people that we care about healthy as well. Try to keep things simple for them. Don't elaborate too much into questions. If they're not asking about it, don't tell them. We don't want to scare them. We don't want to give them too much information. Our children aren't really going to remember what this looked like. They're going to remember how they felt during this time. They're going to remember that they got to spend extra time at home with mom and dad. They got to be on the iPads and the computers, and they got to see their friends on the screens and sing songs with grandma and grandpa through the cameras. And those are the things that we want them to remember during this time. But definitely if they have questions, answer them and help them try to understand what's going on. And then also at this age, our children do learn by observation. So be very careful about and mindful about your conversations as adults around the children. So in the home or, even in schools, just be careful what you are talking about around them so that little ears aren't listening and hearing things. And that also goes for things that you might have on the TV, all the news and, broadcasts. Just be mindful of those things so that it's not putting things into children's ears. I know all of you parents know that even when we think children aren't listening, they are listening. So just be aware of those times. And then from there, again, try to just keep this very fun and positive. Answer their questions, but don't make it scary.
Thanks for tuning in.